everyone. So today we're going to get started on your oil pastel animal eye. So the first thing you're going to do is come to my pile and you're going to look through it and you're going to find whichever animal eye interests you. And then once you find it, you're going to make your grid. So this is going to be my nice thick drawing paper. So I want to have the same grid that's on here. I want it on here. So here's the trick to do it. So you line it up and then you exactly, and then you pull it down a little bit. And then you find these marks here and then you just make a mark here. I pulled it down too far. Here's a mark, make a mark, mark, make a mark. All right, then I'm going to do the bottom. So I just find the bottom, pull it up a little bit, find this line, make a mark over here. Now I'm going to do the same for the side. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to move it over just a little bit, and I'm going to find that line, make a mark. I'm going to do the other side. So line it up, move it over just a tiny little bit, make the marks. And then I'm going to be able to take my ruler now and line up those marks. So you have to get a ruler that's long enough, and you must connect them. So the one that's up here must connect with the one that's down here. Now I'm going to draw my lines a little darker because I want you guys to be able to see them on the camera, but you guys to draw your lines ever so light because we don't want to see them underneath the oil pastel. So then you just go through and you connect the one up here, the one down here, until you're all done and you have the same grid on your nice expensive drawing paper that you do on your visual. This one got a little crooked, so I'm just going to go back and fix that up a little bit. All right, so then this is what your drawing is going to look like. So some people like to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, then A, B, C, D, E. Then they like to come up here and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, E. So then they know whatever's in box 3B, they know has to be in box 3B on this one. All right. So after you have your grid, you're going to go and you're going to draw all your lines. So how it's so complicated. Like this guy has a lot of fur on him, this parrot. And so how do you even start? So I think it's obvious that you can draw like the circle of the eye, but how do you draw all of this extra stuff, right? So to make my life easier, I went in with a Sharpie and I actually outlined the big shapes. Because if I outline the big shapes with the black Sharpie, then I am able to tell myself, okay, don't get so stressed out about every single thing on here. Draw your black lines, just the major shapes that you want with the Sharpie. Then when you get to your drawing paper, tell yourself that's the only thing that you draw. So the only thing I want to draw on here are the big shapes that I outlined on here. All right. So ultimately at the end, it's going to look something like this. So this is quite simplified. I just did some of the shapes around so that I had something to guide me when I actually went in and put the color, because this is simply overwhelming, right? But now I simplified it and I can start. So what you're going to want to do then is go and erase all your grid lines. I already did. All right. So after your grid lines are done, then I would start with the inside of the eyeball, right? And I would ask myself, what looks like it's the undercolor? For me on here, it looks like the undercolor are the yellows. So I would go and get all the yellows that I could possibly get my hands on, and then I would start to put my underlayer on here, or even just chunks and shapes, right? And then on top of that, I would get all the oranges I could get my hands on, and I would put the oranges. Now, right along the edges, I see reds and browns. So then I'd go get reds and browns, and I'd keep working my way out. On here, you can see it's actually green here. So I'd go get green, right? And then once my eyeball part was done, then I can come and do my outside. Again, working from the back or the lightest color. So here, I'd go get some whites or different types of creams, right? And maybe I would start to outline some of my big chunks, and then do one chunk at a time, right? So work in layers and work in shapes or chunks to simplify things for you. Good luck.